What's up everybody, Vexkey here, dropping a video for Tartaglia / Childe, whichever one you want to call him. He's definitely a character you should build up if you have him. I don't suggest trying to go and spend all your resources to get him, but if you get him, great. If you don't have him, enjoy the video. But this character right here is just something different. You know, it's a change of pace for the game, and I'm guessing later on the line they're definitely gonna give other characters different move sets like this, because he has two move sets. You know, everybody's seen it already from the trailers and the previews and all the spoilers and everything of that nature. But right now we're gonna dive deep. You know, I got the stringless bow on him. I wanna say the Viridescent might be better because it gives you crit rate. The Amos bow is also a good bow. It gives you bonus attack. The skill on there is not all that great though. The skill on the stringless gives you that 48% elemental burst damage or skill damage. And as you guys see on my artifacts, I got the Noblesse or Bleach set with the Gladiator set. This is a good set. These are two sets to have that are really good for each other in the beginning when you're building him up, and you don't really have the other two sets that actually would go great with him. And I'll make a team video soon, because having a fire and electro on him is actually a very good idea, because those two sets will correlate to that damage. You guys can look in the description. It will show you guys later on those two sets, so just look in the description. You guys can see, skip over to that. But back to the subject at hand, I got 51 crit rate, 106 crit damage. And then, you know, we're about to skate over to Bennet real fast, just to show you guys that Bennet is not even, you know, fully built up. He just gives me what he gives me for now until he's fully built up, giving me that 70k you saw in the beginning, which was actually pretty insane in my eyes, because I didn't think he was going to do that much from, you know, me just going in there just trying to kill it real fast just to see the damage. You know, so Bennet has the Aquila Faviona sword on him with all my gene artifacts, you know. Yeah, so he doesn't really have a set for him right now, so don't even worry. You just want as much attack and HP on him as possible for his fantastic voyage that scales strictly from his HP and his attack. The more attack he has, the more attack bonus goes to your main DPS carry when you use his ultimate, which is very insane, because now that you got Childe, you get that vaporize effect that gives you that 100% added out bonus when you have vaporize effect in effect. So yeah, so that's you got two sets of normal attacks, which is pretty crazy. You got regular normal attacks, and then you got the foul legacy attack, which have their own 6-hit damage and charged attack, which is pretty insane because that charged attack does about 116 damage. Well, no, I said 116, my bad guys. 180 already, 178 already at level 5. And his Havoc Obliteration, when you have his bow out, you do 100% less damage on his ultimate than when you have your foul legacy out. So when you want to be using your ultimate when you have your melee out most of the time, but if you can't switch back to it and you need to pop your ult, just do it. But definitely always, you know, try to use your ult in the melee stance to do maximum damage, because the more you upgrade it, the more the melee will go up. I'm already at 615, as you guys saw, only from level 5. And his talents are pretty crazy. Every time you hit a crit tag, the Riptide effect spreads to everybody. So that's pretty insane, because that's extra hydro damage added on to all your enemies, as well as the explosion that does more damage, which is pretty insane, which I'll show you in this clip. I'll just go to this camp and gather up all the enemies, and you guys can see how that splash effect kind of just does micro damage numbers. And I'm not even all that strong yet with my Childe, but you guys can see the insane amount of active DPS going on. Pop the electro charge, Oz is out, then maybe electro charge, and then now you got the Riptide effect also taking place, literally doing insane amount of damage and slaughtering them in seconds. So if you guys have Childe, if you have fire elements and electro elements, definitely pair him up with those two, because the two sets in the very end of this video, towards the end, will show you how effective that would actually be to him. It won't show you, I won't be showing you, but it will, if you know what you're talking about, if you know the builds, you'll definitely know that that set will correlate better to him than anything. And right now, like I said earlier, the Noblesse or Bleed set is definitely one of those sets you definitely want to have on Childe if you don't have the other two sets, which is the Thunder Soother and the Lava Walker. And as you guys see, I just want to have a quick chat. I'm gonna chat around a bit about him. You know, if you can get that Skyward Harp, I suggest getting him, because he can do insane amount of damage. He has about, you know, 51 crit rate already with just his artifacts alone. So if you got the Viridescent bow, I suggest putting that on him. Or even if you have like a quick what else, if you have the Skyward Harp, or if you have the Stringless, I suggest those three bows. Honestly, in my opinion, those are like the best bows for him, solely because, you know, Stringless correlates exactly to his elemental skill damage and his burst damage. Viridescent gives him crit rate, and so does the Skyward Harp. You can technically achieve 100% crit rate with the weapon of crit rate, so that's why I say do that. Artifact wise, you know, you already saw it. If you guys can get that Thunder Soother though, which I'll show you, I won't show you the Thunder Soother, but I'll show you the Lava Walker, I believe it is, and what the set does if you guys already don't know. But right now, I'll probably just wait a little bit longer to show you guys that, and then I'll show you guys the main thing on his talents, which is his Havoc Obliteration. And what his Havoc Obliteration does is it actually has it gives an AoE of Hydro damage every time a Riptide Slash is out. So, and what that means is even when you ult, it'll give another AoE effect added on to the bonus damage numbers. Even with your Foul Legacy, it's the same exact thing. You get the skill damage. The damage dealt is considered elemental skill damage. Now with his Havoc Obliteration, you get Hydro damage to all surrounding enemies. And if you guys want to pause the video, I know I kind of skimmed over that, but a lot of people already know what his abilities do, and that's why I just kind of skimmed over. Here's me just going over another little fight and just showing you how the Riptide works. It's already applied. Now you see the Hydro damage, the explosions, and the Riptide numbers, giving him a solid damage output of about 3,000 something on crits, which is why you want to build up your crit rate. And as you guys see, I'm about to actually show you guys the gear set now, right now, which is the moment you guys all been waiting for. If you stuck around for all the video, or if you skipped around, who cares really. It's mainly for you guys, not me. So that's the Thunder Soother set and the Lava Walker. The Thunder Soother is the same as the Lava Walker, but electro. And the reason why I say you guys should get this set is because that 35% affected by pyro, it increases the damage against enemies affected by pyro by 35%, which is added on damage to those affected by pyro or electro, which is really good, because if you build your team composition off of electro or fire, now you got a 35% increase on your damage, which is just insane, because he already does insane amount of damage by himself. So imagine having that, you can get 35% increased damage on everything. And also he's really weak against pyro and electro already. If he gets hit with that, anybody of the sort, he actually takes a huge amount of damage. So I suggest, if you guys have that, if you guys don't have it, to go get it. If you have it, put it on and try to get Hydro on your goblet. I hope the video was informational for everybody here. Leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you guys.